Do you have trust issues? Do you feel not protected, not safe to really express yourself? Do you feel you need to be ahead of the game to kind of save you? Do you have the idea that you need to control the situation in order to be safe? Of course, controlling the situation is never going to work because we are not able to control really anything outside of us. Yet we have this idea maybe that if we are ahead of the game, we are more likely to be safe, right? Let's talk about the father wound. Because the father wound is quite often identified with all of what I've just said. You see, if we lack trust in our own abilities, and I mean this really this self-trust where we know deep inside that we are safe, that we are protected. We don't need to control the situation because we will feel safe even if plans totally change, even if, I don't know, something goes wrong in your dreams, right? In your plans, in your day-to-day life. You know that you will be able to manage. So people with a father wound oftentimes react in quite a fear or from a fear place. They also have a hard time to connect with others because they don't feel connected to themselves. They feel they cannot trust anybody else, but do you really, or do they really trust in themselves, in their own abilities to connect with someone else? Probably not, right? Probably not. Because what they've learned from home, from someone who took care of them, who had the father figure, was it's not safe. It's not safe to be who you are. It's not safe to express yourself. It wasn't safe to really go your path. And so it's this way where we feel we walk on eggshells to meet someone else's needs. It's that place where we experience extreme judgment and shame because we feel that we can't express ourselves, because it's not okay what we do for work, what we have for a relationship, where we live, the list goes on and on and on. And at one point we may realize, because of relationships, because of situations, that things repeat itself over and over again, right? Making us feel the original pain. And so it's quite crucial to understand if you have a father wound, if there is something not okay, right? Because you deserve to be okay. You deserve to learn what it actually means to fully trust yourself, right? But listen, most of us have never learned this. So it's not really given, and it's not your parents' mistake. It's not their fault, but it's on you now. You are the master, okay? You are the person who is in charge. It's on you, it's on us to take ownership of our pain. This doesn't mean we have to get back to them, but it means to really observe. It means to really understand where this pain comes from. And I don't mean doing this by judging and pointing fingers. I mean doing this by really go inside and see what it is. Where do we lack trust? Where do we lack protection and safety? Is this playing out in our romantic relationships? Is this playing out at work? Do we always try to overachieve something, right? To deliver more than we actually need to? Do we always try to show other people our value? Are we overcompensating that, right? Do we try to somehow show that we are worthy to receive their love, their attention, their connection, right? And do we keep doing the same thing over and over again? And then what happens is maybe that person in front of us or a situation is not responding to us the same way than we are used to, or we are not receiving what we actually are looking for. You see, to be really, really honest with what we are looking for is so important, right? To understand, oh, I'm actually trying to overachieve something here, for example, at work or in a relationship. I'm trying to make you feel safe and whole and all of that. Well, actually, I would like to have this myself, right? We have to be so honest to what our needs are and support ourselves in that first instance that we almost crash down, you know? And I don't mean physically, but I mean it gets to an extent where we're like, oh, I'm doing all of this because actually I really wanted that. Actually, I wanted to show my value because I felt I need to do something so they see that, right? Being so brutally honest to ourselves where we get to the point, aha, I'm doing this because I was missing this all my life. And maybe this has been 40, 50, 60, 70 years ago. And I'm still missing it, you know? I'm still not having this trust in myself. I still don't feel capable in my own abilities. I don't feel safe in my own skin because I've never learned how that looks like. I've never learned how I can feel safe and protected inside of me. I always tried to outsource this, to make someone else responsible. And then maybe you snapped. Maybe we snapped, right? We snapped at someone, why they are not getting it, blah, 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 blah. Well, actually, we didn't understand it ourselves, right? We didn't understand what was actually really lying below this, underneath. Unconscious, totally. It's not your fault, and it's not your parents' fault or whoever raised you. But we need to understand that those behavior styles can only go when we are ready to transform into something new. When we are ready to replace it with something new, when we are ready to open our heart and to start to look into what is it that I actually need to fully stand up for myself. What do I need to feel safe, to feel stable? And this is something that, especially in the beginning, you can do anytime. In the morning or in the evening or whenever you have time in between. Ask yourself, what do you need to feel safe at this very moment? right? Learn to see when you're triggered. Learn to see what it is that really kind of like puts you into a place where you feel like a child, right? Where you are behaving really insecure, unsafe, where you feel so irritated that you know while observing yourself that something is off. Give yourself a break and ask yourself, what is it that I actually need and why am I behaving this way? Because there is a way to deal with this differently. You don't have to do this the rest of your life, right? You don't have to shout at other people and kind of wanting something from them while it's not their job. It's not on them, it's on you. And this eventually changes where you do feel safe, where you do feel the love from within. And this doesn't mean, hey, never ask anyone for support. Not at all. But it means I feel so safe within my skin that I now can actually look out and find the right support. I don't have to scream because I'm kind of like in the water sinking. But I feel so safe within myself, within my skin, that I can go and ask for the support that I need. And I'm not going there like all insecure, all unsafe. I go there because I know what I need. I know what I want. And this is actually an energy that is supporting you, right? Because it brings up, right, I would already say it brings up a level of self-trust. And with this, confidence comes in, right? Shows up very, very deeply. Because the way how you do that is you prove yourself over and over again that you will follow your own path. And it's quite helpful to journal, to write those things down, write your thoughts down, because going after your thoughts will allow you to understand your emotions, okay? Your emotions are sometimes so present that we forget to see the thoughts behind it. And thoughts are here and then emotions will drop into your body. So sometimes it's very, very helpful to understand your thought process of what is going on internally, because what you feel is just an expression of that, right? And it's very, very helpful. Anyways, I hope that this actually has helped you. Please don't put yourself lower than you are. Don't do that, okay? Try to watch what you say, what you think about yourself, and make sure that this is your top priority. You know, it's your top priority, or it should be everyone's top priority, to feel safe within, to feel protected, to feel the love that they deserve, right? It's on you to give that, to feel that, because that way what you attract in the outside world will be reflected from this. You know, how often have I said this? So I have to say it again. You attract who you are. So if you keep attracting the same situations, there is your work. There is what you need to work on internally, not externally. It's not them. It's not them. You can't change anything there. You got to change internally, then the situation and people and whatever will change, but only after that, okay? I really hope this video has helped you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to this video. And with that said, thanks so much for showing up for yourself. We speak soon.